out in the front yard this morning. Tuesday. What the hey? And it's one of those orangey sort of mornings, because we've got a lot of Sydney is just overcome with smoke, and we're getting a bit of it too now down here. The fires in New South Wales. We'll just show you what it's like. It's not too bad. So that's what it's like this morning. It's a little bit smoky. Not too bad as far as the breathing is concerned. But I was saying that in Sydney you need more than just a paper mask. You need one of those painter's masks, you know, with a filter on it. Just to walk around the streets, and I've seen people jogging in that's because I know what it's like after the fires here a few years ago. It took days for the particulates in the air to leave. I mean, at night time you could shine a torch or a flashlight up in the air like that, and you could see all the suspended particles. It was incredible. You have to do it and have to experience it. Not that anyone should, but just to understand what it's like. Wednesday morning, and there's still a lot of smoke around. It's fairly thick. It's a bit hard to show up on the camera, but it's coming from New South Wales, of course. The fires are burning pretty well down the coast, but there's about 100 of them. So there's a bit of smoke. I've lost a few houses too. It's a bit ordinary. But at the moment, our little state down here has been out of the firing line. I don't know for how much longer, but every year we go through the same kind of thing. And it's New South Wales turn, but it's pretty bad up there. You can see how dry it is. It really is. But it's nothing unusual. I mean, this is summer. This is what it looks like. This is Australia. And the hottest month is to come, really. January, February. Well, actually, last couple of years it's been December, January. This is just from memory, and my poor old memory is... Someone once said to me, "You suffer from sometimers." I said, "Sometimers?" I said, "Yeah, sometimes you remember, sometimes you don't." And anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, it's still Wednesday, and we're going out, just taking the scrap dish out. It's an ice cream container, but it's got stuff in it for the chooks. So we feed them some of the scraps that we've got. And it's still very smoky. As a matter of fact, we'll go down the driveway and have a look at the railway crossing. That's a good gauge of how things are going. We'll just... Oh, there we go. Alright. Here we go. Hey guys. There they go. They love kitchen scraps. They don't like me. Yeah, they don't like me. Oh, well, they do and they don't. But there they are. All right, they're happy. We've got our scrap dish, and we'll go for a walk down the front driveway. And you've seen this before. You've seen this movie before, but not maybe with as much smoke. Here we go. Right. And we're taking a walk, and you can see that we're looking straight towards the railway crossing just down here. And it is very smoky. All that smoke's got to be coming from Sydney, or from New South Wales anyway. Not necessarily Sydney, but you can see right around. You can barely see the hills behind the trees. So it is very smoky. We'll look up the street. You can probably see it better than I can. There's a lot of glare. Now, what is it? It's Thursday, and it's 20 degrees in Melbourne. And right now, right here on the back veranda, it's 41. You can see it's right there. 41 degrees. Look at that. That's incredible. And you can feel it. I've just walked out of the house and it's just, I'm going out in the sunshine now. And boom! Oh! Yeah, this feels pretty warm. I'm here to tell you. Looking for the shade right now. This is hot. This is fairly warm. Okay, the shade is over here. And walking into the shade just takes the sting out of the sun, but doesn't take the radiant heat away. It is just very, very warm. And not a cloud in the sky. We'll turn it around. That's the only cloud right there, which is just I think it's a leftover contrail from the Sydney jet. That's all it is. So we'll take a walk down the thing here. That's the sun going down in the west. It's 6 o'clock, just turned 6 o'clock now, but the sun won't be down till about 8, and it's very, very warm. No smoke. We suffered from smoke the last couple of days, and today there's been a little bit of a breeze and no smoke. There's the breeze in the trees, and that's what it looks like. And you can see if we go over to the railway crossing, you can see what I mean about no smoke. There is a bit of a haze in the distance, but if we go across here, you can actually see the hills behind the trees now. You couldn't see, well, you could see them, but it was a bit hard. So that's what it looks like this afternoon, and I'm getting roasted. So we went out to the letterbox and got the new phone book, and that was it. And nothing else. No one hates us, no one loves us. That's good. And we must remember, tomorrow's Friday, so we've got to do the bins. I can't remember which bin has to go out. I'll have a look. Hang on. Could be the recycling. I'll have a look up the street. That's always a good way to know, is to check out the neighbours and see what they've done. I don't think anyone's put their bins out yet. I can't remember. what it is. And no one has stuck their bin. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Turn it around and we'll shoot right up the street. Wait for that car to go past. There's a bin right there. And he's dusted it. Ah, it should be on the calendar. And we'll check that whether it's the rubbish, or I think it was rubbish last week, like garbage. And I think it's recycling and green waste. Oh goodness. Yeah, so we're going to go inside, we'll check it out, and we'll make sure that we do the right thing. Oh, happy Friday. Here we are. Out of breath. Been doing the walk. Short walk today, not a big one. It's about 20 odd degrees now, and it's not even 8 o'clock yet. So we're on our way to apparently 44 degrees. Got to 41 yesterday, that was nice. Actually, it's not too bad. Once it gets past 40 degrees, they could say, look, it's 50 degrees, and you go, oh, yeah, that's hot. So once you hit 40 degrees, the level of hotness doesn't count for much. It's just hot. But again, it's not unusual. It is what it is. Summertime in Oz. We like it. And the bushfires are burning. But that's summertime too. So here we are on the walk, virtually in the middle of nowhere. It's nice. I like it. Like my elbow room. Yeah, right. What we're going to do now is move this car. Let's see if I can unlock it. There we go. It's unlocked. We're going to move the car into some shade, as I made the mistake of leaving it out in the sun. Oh, it's nice and cool in here. It's got to be. It's in excess of, what is it, 19 degrees right now in the shade, because it's got a temperature gauge in the car. So 19 the car. It's got to be 23 outside now at 7:41 a.m. So it's fairly ordinary. So it's going to get to be 44 today. And we'll just drive the car into the shade just here. Now, for most of the day, for say 2/3 of the day, the car will be in shade here. I noticed yesterday when it was 41 degrees, as soon as the sun left the sky and was behind the trees, which isn't much shade, it dropped down to 37, from 41 to 37 almost immediately, within 10 minutes. And we got a reasonable night's sleep. It wasn't a particularly hot night, but it wasn't cold, but it was about 20 degrees all night. It's going to be 44 plus today. Not a cloud in the sky at the moment, so we're going to get there. Not a major deal, unless they turn the electricity off, and they've been saying that they might. And some people have been saying, oh, it's an agenda. If it's an agenda, they'll turn Melbourne off. They won't turn the country off. And I did notice at Michael's graduation, at my son's graduation, there was a big storm came through just after that and knocked out 2/3 of the state, was off the grid. Except for here, our power comes from the north, from, I think it's Dartmouth Dam. I could be corrected on that, but it doesn't come from the same place that most of the southern part of the state gets its power. So we could be out of the firing line. But as I said, it could be an agenda. That's what some people have said to me. And in that case, country people don't yell and scream like city people. Country folks sort of just suck it up and get on with it. But and they don't get reported a lot. If it happens in the city, it's easy for the networks and everything to get footage and do their thing. And that's where it all happens. So if anybody is going to get turned off today, it's going to be probably the CBD or the leafy eastern suburbs of Melbourne, somewhere through there, or even Dandenong, which is the Bronx. I don't know. I'm only just surmising, but we'll just muddle through today and see what Saturday brings. But yeah, so it's going to get hot, basically. Anyway, we'll see what we'll see. Have a great weekend. We may or may not catch up with you next week. It's just we'll see how Christmas evolves and what goes on. But anyway, have a beaut Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year for sure.